Thank you for coming by.
How are you?
Good. I don't know if you remember me, but I was the one painting the
Yes,
first time you came
yes,
around.
I did.
Hi.
Hi.
So sorry, Randy.
Oh, no worries, no worries. The guests, I've been entertaining them because I took a trip on Sunday to the desert. And also, we've been, like, you sent us the photos, so they're able to see them on the green, in the back slideshow. Yeah. And they're just going on their own. And yeah, last time you came on, Phoenix was the one hosting, and you know, you ladies mentioned that you know, you've been on like Univision and all the major channels, and I saw the videos. I like the videos, and just the fact that you were at Art Wars. I remember you guys were, you ladies were hosting it. I was one of the artists, but that day I was like just sick. Like I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was just like bad.
With the flu?
Yeah, I was the one with the scarf, and like it was just bad. It was just, so
the flu.
yeah, and then that day also it was like, you know, all cold. It was kind of hard.
Yeah, it was just like a bad day.
It was like hard to manage it, but I mean, I stayed through, I think most of it, you know, and I'm glad that he chose you ladies to host it because you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
guys are our neighbors. You said like in the East LA area.
Yes, we
East
grew up in
LA
East
area.
LA. Yes.
Yeah, right. And so it was good to know that like it was just like locals working together just as for a good cause, especially the Art Wars, because he worked so hard on that. He took like 6 months to put all of that together.
Yeah.
And right now he's moving. He moved to Highland Park. That's like his next
The
project. that
new
he's
thing.
working on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been seeing that on his social media page.
Yeah.
That's like his next target.
And yeah, and I know that I looked at a couple, like I said, a couple of your videos, your past interviews, and one of the main things I want to talk about was that you said you recently or have graduated from, where was it?
Cal State Dominguez
Cal
Hills.
State Dominguez Hills. And that's what I kind of wanted to focus on too, like just because like that's a positive, like just to know that Latinas as artists are able to also go to school and do like the entertainment in that way. And you guys did the whole 4 years, and
Yes.
Well, no, actually, that's only, it's actually supposed to be a 2-year program, but we actually did it in like, 3.
oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I like to put like that kind of info out there just because I have a younger sibling, and right now she's in school, and sometimes, you know,
It's hard, right?
she's like doubting herself.
I
like,
wanna
should
give
do-
up,
Yeah,
and
yeah. And that's why like today I wanted to kind of more mention that, like in your experience, you know, what was it like to be, are you the first in your home to like?
In our home, yes.
Yeah.
The experience for me was hard. You know, it has its ups and downs. Sometimes you change your mind on what you want to do, what you want to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, it's not really about like having support from no one. It's more like you having inner support for yourself. Like you want to do it, you just want to get it over with to move on. I think that's what it was for me.
From my experience, it was a little bit difficult being that right out of high school, I went into community college, and then
What school did you go to?
I went to Rio Hondo.
Okay, yeah.
In Whittier, and from there we transferred over to Cal State LA, got our bachelor's, took a break, focused more on music, and then we decided to go to grad school, which was Cal State Dominguez Hills, and we got our master's in May 2016.
Oh, last year. Or this
Recent.
year?
Last year.
I don't even know what year I live in. No, trust me, I have really bad memory. But no, it's good to hear like stories like that, because they inspire like the next generation. Just because they're like, oh, you can do many things at once. You don't have to like you said, you do music, but also you stepped away for a bit, but then you finished grad school, and I see that you guys have been working on. I think your most recent was. What's it called?
Tequilita.
Tequilita. Yeah, and I watched the video. It's cool.
And it was really difficult
Yeah.
because at that same time we were in grad school, and at the same time we were preparing to record Tequilita, do promotion on the internet, interviews, and it was kind of like juggling both school and entertainment, and it was kind of like, but we didn't think we were gonna graduate on time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made it.
But the good thing is that, like I said, you ladies are proof that it can be done. Like multitask, do more than one. I guess in careers, than one.
Yeah, it can be done, I guess, because music is our passion. But at the same time, school has always been something that we were like, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna accomplish it, and we did.
Nice. Yeah, and what are you gonna keep? Are you gonna go back to like get another major or?
Not another major, but we might go back to get our PhD. But at the moment, we kind of just want to focus on music for now.
Okay.
To see where that takes us, because we kind of left it and we kind of like just focus on it, like to see what the next step is.
And do you guys have any new music coming out this year or?
Actually, yes. I just wrote a new song.
Oh,
it should be coming out in the next couple of months.
Nice.
This time we decided to do something like Sirreño.
Yeah.
So it should be coming out soon. I don't think there's many women that do Sirreño, but if there is, which I really don't know of many, hopefully, we could make a positive for women to try it as well.
Yeah, and it's like you were mentioning the last time that, yeah, you're like you didn't, you guys did it on your own, like you weren't like no support like that much, because that's kind of the way it is. It's like whenever you're doing something, it's like people will always be like, no, don't do that, because that's gonna take too long, or that's gonna be too much money, or or you're not good enough to do that. Yeah, I've been there myself, so. And and I always try to encourage that on my sibling, and I'm always trying to like, all right, if they did it or this person did it, you can do it, because she's trying to go. Well, she's studying, like her first year is almost over. Political science, I believe. That's what she's studying. Like, because at first she wanted to do psychology, and then she changed her major. Like, she changed her major. She changed her mind. Just, I guess, being there, and that there was more that she was able to explore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be probably more changes of major, but I think that she will get through it. Us too, I mean, we went through like 5 changes of major.
I started with criminal justice. My main focus was like to be a police officer, FBI agent, anything in that field. Once I started taking the classes, I was like, this isn't for me. I'm afraid of the dark, so how am I going to, how am I going to be out there defending people? And then I went into trying to be an English teacher, but I was like, sociology is the way for me to go.
Yeah, and for me, it was like, I started wanting to be like a psychologist. And then I wanted to go into law, and I finally majored in sociology. It's going to take a while for her, but I think that, she'll get through it.
Yeah, I mean,
she has your support.
Yeah, I try my best. I try to just put like a good example. I'm not the best person, but I just try my best. But I'm glad you're able to make it, and just kind of, we're like doing like a catch up. Because like I said, I saw you ladies at the Art Wars, and just hosting it, and just, helping out Phoenix. Do you do that like in the community right now? Are you working on any projects?
Yes, we actually do help out the community. We try our best to like, for example, there's a lot of kids, because we do have our own business. It's for Valses de 15 años. We meet a lot of kids, and a lot of them want to get into like entertainment, and they come from poor backgrounds. We do try to help them and support them as much as we can. Our video Tequilita, as she was explaining the last time, a lot of the people that did come out there are our ex-students that love entertainment, but it's hard. So we really love to do that. We also help out in other ways in the community, like at our local high schools, and there's a lot of youth centers that we do visit. We do try to help out with that a lot.
Yeah, you can always, like I said, you guys have any bands, you can just let me know, and I always like to share it with the public, just because the public, they follow, they'll be like, oh, where's the I was surprised. Like, I just mentioned certain events and throw them like the flyers, and then people be like, hey, when's the next event going on? How can we support? And I was like, well, I didn't know I had a following like that. I didn't know that I was like kind of influencing people, like, oh, go here, go there. So I try to get as much info out there as possible, just like from artists like yourself that come on the show. I'm like, I recently met the Joseph from Operation Street Kids. I don't know if you ladies have met him before.
I've heard of him, but we've never met him personally.
He's from the area. Like the other day, he invited us, like, oh, you should come to this carne asada. I was just like, all right, cool. And he's like, oh, this Esteban Oriol's gonna be there, the photographer. I'm like, all right. And then I go, and then And then these cameras, they start bringing cameras and like, you know, the audio. And I was like, what's going on? He's like, oh, we're in a commercial. He's like, we're shooting a commercial. And I was like, oh, and we're like in the background? He's like, yeah. So it was right here in, it was like by Cesar Chavez. You know where Gallo Plaza is at?
Yes.
Yeah, El Gallo Center, yeah? The one right there in East LA?
Yeah. Yeah, like it was like behind it, like a house behind it. I was like, what?
Yeah, we actually had, there was a banquet hall there. I don't know if it still exists, but when it's kind of like long. And when we really started doing quinceañeras, I remember we did like 2 in there.
Yeah.
And I remember we were like, this is a banquet hall? Like, and it was kind of like the kids were like, how are we going to, because they couldn't really expand. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I had been there once because I had an art show that I went to, and they're like, it's gonna be right here. So when I showed up, I'm like, wait, I know this area. This is like 2 blocks from where I did the art show. Small world, I guess. Well, yeah, what he does is, yeah, he helps like the troubled teens and troubled young adults, like get into like, yeah, like you said, film and just try to put them in a positive like situation.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, us growing up, I mean, the way to express it was what? Tagging, being part of party crews, because you just wanted to express yourself. You know, you think you're young, so you're like, wow, I want to express myself. I want to be me. So I really, you know, doing all those things we didn't know. I'm sure none of us did. Like getting into those things was gonna cause us problems. So I kind of we both want to like try our best to maybe make kids get into, you know, artistic things, but not in negative ways. But
because there's a lot of kids out there that we knew growing up that they would actually graffiti on the wall, and their drawings were really good. And you know, like I know now there's high schools like the Performing Arts High School and Torres High School. That's one high school that I tell my sister, I wish that high school would have been around when we were growing up, because you know, our personality was always a bit out there, different. Now as an adult, I'm like, okay, now I understand, because we were always both a little more bizarre in the wardrobes, makeup exaggerated. I guess we just always liked entertainment, being different, standing out.
And would you ever change anything? Like, let's say you go back and like, would you ever change something?
No, probably just started. I wish that just entertainment would have been introduced to us sooner. Okay. That's like the only thing, but I think everything happens for a purpose.
You know what, I think all those experiences, I think they have helped me out in writing music, expressing myself as an artist, talking to the young people. I think that it was a positive.
Yeah, because you can relate. It's like you said, we used to do graph, and like, especially like the troubled teens, they'll be like, oh wait, that sounds something similar.
They're like, wait a minute, I'm a chola, but she's
like she's like, I could do that.
We like to relate. We'll post on Instagram, like we'll do like past stories, because I used to be a bad student. In middle school, I got kicked out. I was a bad student, and I like to like tell teenagers, like, don't worry, because I know there's a lot of teachers that are going to put you down. But you'll also have the good people, the good administration, but there's a lot of adults that will put you down. We were those people that they would get put down, and well, in my opinion, I think we made a lot for ourselves.
Especially certain like areas of the city where you know some students are not as encouraged as the other sides of the city, just because they're like, oh, you know, these kids are just gonna turn out to be
the stereotype. They have their life turned out already,
and it just might take one person, and they could be like, hey, I could do that. And like I said, that's why I like to bring, like, right now I'm more focused on like being like local, like Boa Heights, East LA, downtown, just because I want to try to impact at least one youngster, or you know, so they can, that are watching the show, and just be like, hey, that guy, look, you know, he does a web show, and you know, so I'm just like, cool. But so you say growing up in East LA, of course, wasn't, you know.
Of course, I mean, I'm sure every city has their bads and goods, but yeah, we grew up in East LA. There was bads and goods, but I think it was, you know, it ended up to be, you know, without that experience, then I don't think Las Mil Amores wouldn't exist.
Yeah, that's. I mean, like you said, you use the stories to write your
My
song.
music, yeah,
Do you have a certain one like that you've written before that's based on one of the stories?
there's
Yo
actually,
quiero volar.
oh yeah, there's actually a song that actually I did base it a lot on my experiences.
It's like your bio.
Yeah, it's actually on YouTube, se llama Yo Quiero Volar.
Yo quiero volar. That's a nice title.
David Rolas produced it.
He's
sounds familiar.
he used to be a radio host at Latino 96.3. Now I think it's like out there
Did
in
you do music also?
I'm
Yes,
sorry?
he did.
Oh yeah, he was really, really like on the radio like in the early 90s.
Yeah.
He had a lot of music.
He produced that song. It was really good. It's basically all my life story there. Se llama Yo Quiero Volar. It is on YouTube. I mean, it does talk. There's a part that says like that I used to get like cash for cans. I don't know if you would do that, like
Yeah.
juntar los botes.
I didn't want to. My dad was like, "You want to buy something? Go outside."
Well, for me, it was like tenía que juntar los botes because I wanted to have like go-go shorts for like the flyer parties or like
Yeah.
I don't want to like influence kids, but like I
we're not
needed that
influencing,
money
we're just-
to like buy like a streak or like a spray can because I just wanted to, kind of show my artistic way. I know in very legal ways, which I don't think that it was good. Better get a piece of paper, write it down, and make something out of it.
Yeah, it's just I guess not knowing where to show or where to get or how to do certain things
Yeah.
as a youngster. Like that's why you go in there like, all right, I'm just gonna go tag on that wall because that wall is
Yeah.
open.
Yeah. They don't
But-
have money for art school. They don't,
Yeah. I mean, but they can get it if you have the right people telling them the right things. Like you can go for grants, you can
Yeah.
go for scholarships. Because I was one of those teens. I used to write, I used to graph, like scratch on people's windows. But now that I own a small coffee shop next door,
You're like, why did they tag on my
and then
building?
like some days I'll show up and be like, I'll see new graffiti. I'm just like, well, I can't really complain because this is
You were
just
there.
karma. Yeah, this is just karma. So I could just make the best of it. Just kind of,
Yeah,
try not to make it happen too much or put like a sticker over it, like some kind of special that we do. And
Yeah.
Because I can't blame them. I can't.
No,
Because I was there
too.
once. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were all there. Like you said, you did like graph for a while. Yeah.
See, today it's different. There's like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
You could just show your art there, and you get enough followers, enough likes, you'll be famous.
And mostly it motivates them.
Yes.
Like they don't have to go because social media is good and bad in a certain way. Like it's good
That's
where
true.
like you said, you can be at home, do the thing, show it to thousands of people, they'll see it, become famous. But then there's the people that are like, oh, I want to see I want to do what that guy's doing.
Yeah.
That's the bad part about it. But that's why we're not encouraging people. Go,
No.
Don't do
that.
it.
Yeah, you see, don't.
There's consequences.
Jail time. Your parents are the ones that actually pay for it.
Or later on
Taxes.
when you own the coffee shop.
It's gonna come
you're
back
gonna-
to you.
Like I said, I don't regret it. Just
No,
like you said,
but,
I wouldn't go
you know,
back and change anything because all that stuff made me who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good and bad.
like we said, we used to be from like party crews,
Yeah.
and it got to a point where like so many people hated us that we actually stopped
Yeah.
that in that environment, and we were so bored that we got introduced to like Spanish nightclubs
Yeah.
by a neighbor that used to live in my house. And at the beginning, we were kind of like, oh, like what? Like, muy acá, muy gringas.
Paisas.
Yeah, like paisa. Because, in school, you're like, oh, the paisa.
yeah, it's
And I was
just
like,
a
you have to be a
mentality.
paisa.
And like after like a year going to the nightclub, seeing live entertainers, me and her, she was like, hey, like, let's do this. Like I've always liked this. And I was like, no. And las mil amores are here.
That's good. That's good to like if you wouldn't have gone to those nightclubs,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have an idea that later on you'd be singing.
Yeah.
You'd be making that type of music because you do make like do you sing Spanish and English, right?
Spanish and English, of course, are like we started off singing banda
Yeah.
and norteño. We do have hip hop tracks and reggaeton tracks, but our main fan base is people that love banda and norteño.
Of course. But it's good that you tried it out and life is like phases. Like you go from graph to the party, and then to the club, and then you're like, hey, there's something here to explore. Because I had a friend like that. He was doing like in high school, all he did was listen to rap. Then when he left to college, like the next thing I heard, he was like he was doing I guess corridos, but the main accordion, singing over accordion. I don't know what you call that, but that's what he was doing. I was surprised because he didn't look like the type of person that.
Yeah, exactly, right. Yeah, like when I became a paisa, it was like, and everyone was like, she's a paisa.
Like Maggie La Chola's
Maggie
a
La
paisa.
Chola, like, you know, because I used to have like that, you know, that image, and I was all like conceited, like, and all that, and everyone was like, my senior page, me and her, we created it, you know, like the one you have towards the end. It's all about like the Spanish nightclub. It was like an introduction, like, yes, I'm a paisa.
Hey, I mean, whatever makes us happy as people,
Yeah.
right? Like, people can't tell you can only do one thing, and just like I said, that's why I put the last photo, the one I think is your graduation.
The graduation, yeah.
Just because, that was. I want to be able, like I said, use it to inspire. Use it.
Yeah, it's very important. Everything you do, don't regret it. I'm sure it happens for a purpose. Graduating was something that brought it brought tears to my eyes, but at the same time, I was like, why tears? I always knew that I was gonna do this.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of wanting to do it and getting up every morning and just be like, just do it. I have to finish. I have to get this over with. The faster I do it, the faster I go back to doing other things.
And one of the things I was gonna ask before we run out of time was, do you have like a favorite artist? I don't know if we asked that last time. Like an
Many.
artist.
What I like now, and I'll say, is for
just say
me,
in general,
favorite
people,
artists
when
in
you-
general
yeah.
is all the women singers and all the genres that exist. Beyonce, you have Chiquis Rivera,
Yeah.
you know, 'cause for me, she's a great performer. She gets a lot of hatred towards her, and for me,
Yeah.
I'm her fan. You have Banda MS, we like
Yes.
them.
Ariel
okay.
Camacho, I think he was a great artist. He was only there maybe for a little bit of time,
Yeah.
but I think the music that he left us inspires a lot of us writers, because I think of his passion, the way he would sing his tunes. See, I don't know maybe if he really felt it, but the way he would,
you felt it?
yeah, made you believe it. I was like, wow, he was great. Other people like Chalino Sanchez.
Yeah, Chalino
Yeah,
Sanchez
yeah,
made a
of course,
mark. You
yeah.
have Gerardo Ortiz, another one that
Yeah.
left a mark. Like, you'll remember him. Like, but
Yeah.
my mom's like,
I
Los
have a,
Picos.
my
His
phone.
outfits. You have.
Like you mentioned, Beyonce.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, like
Beyonce,
Fergie. There's like a lot of
Fergie.
artists that
Yeah, so
really.
it's not just like one genre that.
No, it's
you
a lot.
yourself,
Daddy Yankee.
Yeah.
We were like, wow. Like, when he came out, I was like, oh my goodness. You know, he
I
was
like
like
the
something
music.
new. Yeah.
Yeah. And were you guys still doing parties when the music came out?
Yeah, little.
Yeah. We went to like all the concerts like that
Oh,
they
yeah?
had. We were like, Mom. Like,
Did you ever go to what's the one they used to do in the Staples Center?
Yes, we
was it
went
the
to a
reggaeton
couple-
and invasion? Like all the events that, we went to
yeah,
all
yeah.
those. We had like the
the
matching.
Daddy Yankee.
Yeah. I don't know if they still do it. I think they don't. Right?
I
don't know.
think my friend said that they had like an event in Pico Rivera Sports Arena where it was like, he said like Nicki Minaj and, no, I'm sorry, Nicki Minaj. Nicky Jam.
Nicky Jam.
I'm confusing him.
Yeah.
With Banda MS, that it was more of like, they incorporated a lot
A
of
lot of
genres of
artists.
music.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out the name of that event, but I know that I went to the second one. That was dope for me because, people will be like, "Oh, reggaeton is for this kind of people, that kind of people." I'm like, no.
It's for all in
Like, I just
general,
ended
like
up doing it.
Latinos.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
ended up
we
going
would get a
around.
lot of like, you're trying to be Puerto Rican. We're like, why?
No, we had like the
For-
braids going, remember?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
the girl that sings on Daddy Yankee's track, Glory, she
Yeah.
had like she's a female artist. She had like the braids, and we like, cause we liked her, so we
Yeah,
got
of
them
course.
done, and everyone was like, "Are you guys like Puerto Rican, black?" And we're like, "Nothing.
Nothing, we're
We're just
Mexican."
us."
Yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. This is what I like. You
Yeah,
can't come and tell me I gotta look a certain way.
yeah,
It's the same thing because like when that music hit, it was like the graph heads, they were deep into reggaeton because it was like, you know how it was all in the news that they were trying to like censor it on the island, and,
Yeah.
and so we were like, oh, that's, we want to be badasses, and we want to listen to that, because
It's kind of like what happened with house music, right? I think.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember that
They banned it too or something.
there was all these DJs that were trying to get the music on, and I think you were only able to listen to it like at midnight at Power 106. It was like called Power Tools or something like that, and
Yeah.
all these DJs would like go. You had DJ Irene, Richard Humpty Vision, and
I think that's
same
what
thing.
happened
They
with reggaeton.
banned it, and same thing with reggaeton. But the thing is that reggaeton, we were more updated with the with the years. So you had like the whole
Yeah.
discrimination and radio stations Latino that were.
and then it became kind of like watered down now, like more just
Yeah.
subtle.
Yeah.
Ya no es tanto like
Yeah, no.
crazy words. Like,
Yeah,
I remember
it
the
kind of- yeah.
lyrics. They got like what is it, like gunshots in the background, like when
Yeah.
it starts.
Yeah, it was kind of like now with the wave of not that much anymore, but like the corrido wave.
Yeah.
I know that they're
Yeah, yeah,
banning
the-
it in a lot. They in Mexico
Do
especially.
you sing or listen to any of that?
We have sang
Corridos.
Corridos.
We have.
But like that, like narco corridos.
we have sang because
There's nothing wrong with it. I listen to some of
I
them.
mean, when it comes to that, I just like to like stay quiet on it because I don't want to say something that'll like
Offend
disturb or
anyone.
offend anyone.
We do sing it, like if they ask us for a song. I don't write.
I don't support
corridos,
anything of that.
Yeah, no.
But
yeah, there has
if
been.
people are gonna be paying to go see you and they request a song, you have
just-
Yeah.
you have to sing.
Of course. No, like I said, I myself, I listen to some of that stuff, but I'm not going out there and, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. It's just, to me, it's just music.
Yeah.
To me, I like a beat, I like a lyric, I like a hook, and I'll be like, all right, I like this right now. Like, right now everybody's listening to Kendrick, and he's talking about, revolution and all this stuff. And that not everybody's with that, but that's what I'm listening to. So I don't judge anybody in what they listen to.
Yeah.
Just, when I get to know him, that's when I'm like, all right, this person's like this.
He's
But other
another
than that, it's
inspiration
just-
because he's also from Compton and he's from
Yeah.
California, and he.
and that's the kind of thing I was like mentioning. Like, hopefully somebody be like, hey, that's Mil Amores. They made it. They went to school. They're like great entertainers. They're like famous. They're on Univision, Telemundo. Like, I could do that. And just, hopefully we can bring you back again. Like,
Yeah.
more like on what do you call it?
Like an on time. We'll be on time next
We'll
No,
be
no,
on
no, like-
time,
like
guys.
more
Sorry,
casual.
Of course,
we're
of
always
course.
late every
Like, we
week.
catch
course.
up every few months. Just
course.
because, like I said, you ladies that were local or are local, I don't know if you still stay in East Los.
We don't stay in East Los anymore, but
Yeah.
we visit a lot.
Yeah, of course. And because they're our neighbors right here, so.
Yeah.
And Dronebox, we're gonna be doing this for a bit.
Like
Yes,
I went
for
to
that.
school in Boyle Heights for like a year and a half. I went to
Yeah.
Roosevelt, so
Oh, was that you that commented like on the mural? The mural in the cut right here on it was like this big mural on Roosevelt.
where did I go?
Like
you put
somebody
a
had
comment.
mentioned like, oh, I went to that school for a year on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you did go to there. Yeah.
I went there for a year and a half. For like a semester. Yeah, 2 semesters. It was 3 semesters.
But your main high school was
Garfield.
the rivals. The Clásico? Is that what they call
Oh,
it?
East LA Classic.
Yeah, because I remember that. Well, let's see now. I think we're out of time. Thank you for coming by and just catching up.
No, thank you for having us.
Did you want to shout out anybody or just give some couple
Just
of encouraging
everyone.
words?
Just college, since it was like the main topic today, just go for it. If we made it, I'm sure everybody too.
If I made it, I was a bad student, guys. So keep going and don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
And that's about it. I hope to come back and hopefully this interview helped people out.